Welcome to a podcast all about the skeletal system. As you can see, I've got a skeleton here, fairly lifelike, pretty similar size to myself. This is what lives within inside all of us. Those skeletons look a little bit scary. They're actually pretty amazing things. So they have over 200 bones, and they help shape us, they help protect us, they help us move, and they also help us produce blood. So today we're going to talk about the functions of the skeletal system, and the first function you need to remember is that the skeleton is a form of protection. It actually protects us. And specifically, it protects our vital organs. And the phrase vital organ is something that you need to be able to put in your GCSE exam paper. And the three vital organs we tend to talk about when we're talking about the skeleton is the heart, which is located just inside here, the lungs, which are obviously at the back, and the brain, which is located inside the cranium. It's the rib cage that protects the lung and the heart, and it's the cranium that protects the brain. This area here is called the thoracic cavity. It's like a chamber that houses those vital organs. And our skeleton is a way of protecting those vital organs. Second function of the skeletal system is to aid movement. You can see here, the human body is made up of loads and loads of joints. Without these joints, our skeleton would be fused together and we wouldn't be able to move. We'd be a big ball of flesh like Jabba the Hutt. So basically, bones provide a place for muscles to attach to, okay? So they provide a place for muscles to attach to. So when the muscles contract, they pull the bones to cause movement. You can see here I've got a hinge joint. We're going to look at joints in a future podcast, but the movement is happening around that joint to allow us to do the sporting movements. So movements occur at the joints, and joints are pivotal, if you like, in the human skeleton. The third function of the skeletal system is actually the production of blood cells, and in particular, three types of blood cells that are formed. They are formed within the bone marrow of each of the bones. So in each of these bones that you can see, there's a marrow, and within that marrow, the formation of these blood cells occurs. So there's three types that we need to know about here, and you may know these from other areas of GCSE or biology. There's the red blood cells, which are oxygen-carrying blood cells. There's the white blood cells that obviously fight infection, and they boost our immune system. And there's also the platelets, and the platelets help us clot. They help the blood clot. So all three are really, really important, and the production of blood within the skeletal system is a key function that you need to know. The fourth and final function of the skeletal system is mineral storage. In particular, calcium and phosphorus are the minerals that the skeleton is able to store and able to keep for us. Calcium is designed, obviously, it's used to maintain and strengthen bones and teeth. It's really, really important, particularly in high-impact sports where we could sustain injuries, or hard training sessions where we want to grow and repair the muscles, tissues and bones. So calcium is really, really important. We know that vitamin D helps us absorb calcium, so there's a link here with the skeletal system between vitamin D and calcium, which is important and worth talking about in your exam papers. And the final thing is phosphorus. Phosphorus is also stored within the skeletal system. And when we talk about phosphorus, we need to talk about the role it plays in helping the body make the protein. And the protein that we need, as I said, for growth, repair of muscles, tissues, and bones. Thanks for listening. That's our first podcast on the skeletal system. In the next podcast, we're going to look at skeletal system lesson 2, which is going to focus on different types of bones.